I'd like to make this video about something I don't think is talked about, or doesn't seem like it's talked about that much or brought to the attention of the American people. If there's people out there in America that might care, I'll tell you this right here, so that you may be aware of what's going on that you don't ever hear no one talk about. The state of Virginia is still at war, civil war. The state of Virginia is still at a civil war with the whole rest of the free United States of America. In Virginia, in the state of Virginia, in the United States of America, people are illegally put in jail. People are illegally put in prison, not because they've done any crime. Now hear my words, not because they have done any crime, but because of their race, their skin texture, their skin color, the way they look, the shape of their face, color of their hair. People in Virginia don't like people with red hair, just like I have. I have spent over a year in jail in Virginia for no reason. I did not commit any crimes. The police in Virginia are liars. They are terrorists. That's right, terrorists. They're out for blood. They're like slobbering mouth, raging dogs that's escaped off the leash and looking for human flesh to eat. This ain't no joke. These are bad people. I mean, all people do bad things. But these people, it's their lifestyle. It's their passion. It's their desire to hurt other people, no matter what it costs, no matter who dies, no matter what grief, no matter how much sorrow, how much grief, how much sadness, and how much death is in behind what these people in Virginia do. They are determined to hurt happy people. Some of the ways that you can help fight the tyranny of Virginia that is being afflicted on the whole United States of America is don't give the people in Virginia no funds. Don't donate to any charities that are in Virginia. You might be better off donating. You'd probably be better off for the time being donating to St. Jude's Hospital. St. Jude's Hospital for Children if you want to donate money. But I'm going to tell you, don't go to Virginia. Don't visit historical sites in Virginia like and the reason I'm telling you this is because that's how these fuckers are getting their money in Virginia. That's how these fucking ass screwed up people in Virginia are getting the money that they're getting. They're not working for anything. They're getting their money through tourists. That's how they run the whole state of Virginia, is through money from tourists. Let me tell you right now, don't support tourism in Virginia. If you want to go to a great state for tourism, go to North Carolina. Go to Kentucky. Kentucky is fabulous. Go to Ohio, man. I mean, go to Tennessee. But don't go to Virginia. Virginia has too many. Virginia is not a suitable state to live in, and it's getting worse. And all these, and whenever I've been in Virginia, I can't live in Virginia. I can't go there. Because I don't fit in. Well, it ain't only that. Virginia is not the best place to be living. And if you want to raise your children in Virginia, let me tell you something right now. You're going to be exposing your children to people that live a racist lifestyle, which ain't nice, not flavory, but a bitter, terrible attitude, lifestyle. If you raise your kids in Virginia, you're going to mess your kids up. You're going to warp your children's minds. You're going to cause your child a lot of unnecessary grief. And in the state of Virginia, your child will be taught racism. Your child will be taught to hide their feelings. Your child will be taught to hate people. Your child will be taught to hurt people instead of help people. That's what the state of Virginia offers. And I'm going to tell you right now, and it makes me mad as fire to know how some people in America work hard to help others. Some people in America work very hard to help other people succeed because they don't want to see nobody unhappy. There are people in America that do believe in fairness. And it makes me enraged to know that there are asses packed in the state of Virginia who work entirely against American freedoms, American civil rights, and try to call people in Virginia work against American freedoms, American privileges, American this. People in Virginia want to see everyone in America a slave. That's what these sick fuckers want. Stop supporting Virginia. And also learn to fight with your fist. Learn karate. Learn how to punch. Learn how to kick. Because, these, you're going to need to know it if you're going to, everyone needs to know how to defend themselves. But when these people in Virginia get desperate for money, and they can't get it, they can't rob somebody, or they can't, the courts in Virginia can't get no money because nobody's giving their dirty ass any tourism. Nobody's paying $400 to stay at the Martha Washington Inn Motel. Oh, sick. In Abingdon, Virginia, these courts in Virginia are going to get desperate. They're going to send their crooked criminal thugs out to rob people. Believe me, you don't know, and the rest of the American people don't know about the tyranny of Virginia. They don't know about the evil schemes and murderous schemes and robbery that people in Virginia premeditatively plan all the time. That means they plan ahead of time to kill people, rob them. People in Virginia are working entirely against the United States. And why? And the government, the United States Congress, United States government, and United States presidents don't address this. Don't address this hell. I don't know. And in case they're not, if any president gets in the White House of America, if he wants to make a good president, let me tell you what he needs to do. He needs to crush Virginia. He needs to crush the racism of Virginia. He needs to crush the whole state of Virginia. I mean, put these fuckers out of business. where they don't get no tourism, they don't get no funds, they don't get anything because they don't deserve it. Let me tell you something. If you people out there only knew the horrors that the police in Virginia do and they cause you, I mean, your blood would turn cold. I mean, you wouldn't believe the things that go on in Virginia that are never brought to justice. You wouldn't believe you wouldn't believe the crime, the corruption that is in the state of Virginia that is never brought to justice. I mean, if there was ever a den of vipers that are covered up in America, it is absolutely in the state of Virginia. And I mean, like when I've been in Virginia, every female or every person with blue eyes and blonde hair tried to assault me. They hate me because to them my face ain't shaped the right way. All these blonde-haired, blue-eyed females in Virginia try to get anyone they can to beat me up, to assault me, to kill me. That's how much hate that these fuckers are overflowing with. And you know something? If anybody else out there in America that hears or sees this video doesn't respond to it, that it knows about what goes on in Virginia and knows about the way things are run in Virginia and the actual things that happen and go on in Virginia, you're being a coward because you need to come up, you need to go talk about it on the news, you need to talk about it on the radio if you can. I mean, every radio station out there, because I'm gonna tell you this situation I'm talking about, this shit I'm talking about Virginia is serious. Very serious. Don't think that it's not, because it is. There are people in Virginia that the police in Virginia just might as well be devils. If you only knew, like in Bristol, Virginia, the police never ever do their jobs. The police in Bristol, Virginia are always arresting people who are nice, people who are kind. And not only that, the police in Virginia beat up handicapped people. They beat up people with autism. They beat up people who are retarded. The police in Virginia beat people who are mentally retarded. The police in Virginia told me, the police at the Bristol, Virginia Police Department in Virginia, shit on these fuckers, told me, the police at the Bristol, Virginia Police Department told me never to call the police department no matter what. Okay, no matter what means if your family is being attacked and assaulted by a terrorist, somebody's being murdered, they told me never to call them no matter what. You know why? They hate a person that has red hair and blue eyes. That's what a blonde-haired, fucked up ass terrorist for police, a terrorist for a policeman at the Bristol, Virginia Police Department told me, and this has been years ago. Let me tell you something. Don't think this stuff I'm saying is not serious, because it is. If anybody who's Irish, if any people who are Irish are murdered in Bristol, Virginia, the police don't look for the person who killed them. Don't support these fuckers. Don't give the state of Virginia no money. Let me tell you something. I went to North Carolina and I hitchhiked from Wilmington, North Carolina. That's right, hitchhiked. And I don't drink and I don't take drugs. I drink soda pop, but I don't drink alcohol and I don't take drugs. I don't get high. But let me tell you, I talked to 5 women in North Carolina and I asked them out of curiosity, each different woman at a different time. I said, you ever been to Virginia? And each and every woman in a different place in North Carolina said yes. 5 women. I said, you like it? And each and every one of the women said no. And some of them started crying. I said, why? I said, what's wrong? I said, why? And they said, because every time I go to Virginia, the police harass me. They pull me over and search my car. Okay, post your comments. My time is up. Let's get some feedback.